Okay, welcome to my first YouTube video. That is crazy. I started posting consistently on social media exactly 6 months ago, and it started with TikTok and then moved to Substack, and I post a little bit on Pinterest as well. Obviously, I already posted on Instagram, and now it's obviously moved to YouTube. Those of you who are already here from me just kind of posting what I posted on TikTok and throwing it onto shorts over here, I'm so grateful that you are here. And for those of you who will now come, I'm so excited to welcome you. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is probably going to change and evolve a lot, but I have wanted to do long form content like this for a long time, and I have decided to start kind of coinciding these videos with my Substack posts. So if you ever want to see like the long form digital written out version of these videos, you can go to Substack when these are posted and they'll be there. I am super excited to see where this goes. I don't know. If you're watching this right now, it is either my birthday or it has already been my birthday, and I wanted to use this as my intro to you all. Because this past year has been a literal roller coaster, and I hope that in telling my story, maybe some of you can relate. That was the whole point of me starting posting on social media. Of course, it's a lot of fun for me, but also the goal is that I can either help somebody, hopefully. That's kind of what I want to do with my career and the rest of my life, or at the very least, build community. In the comments, maybe you guys can find one another. I want to talk to you guys. I want to make friends out of this. So that is what I hope to do. And I've said it a million times. I say it everywhere, but I am so, so, so grateful. And I'm so happy that you are here, whoever, I hope someone is watching this right now. I'm just going to kind of jump right into it. I'm going to keep looking down at my computer because I have my Substack post here. Again, you want to go subscribe to me on Substack, I highly recommend. I have both a free and a paid version, and both are great regardless, and I would be so appreciative of your support. I'm going to talk about my birthday and what this past year has been for me. As a Christmas Eve baby, if there's any of you out there who were also born on Christmas Eve, my condolences. My birthday kind of sucks already. And it's kind of unfortunate because I love birthdays and I love gifts. I love giving gifts. I love making people feel loved. I love surprises. I love being the center of attention. And I usually don't get those things out of my birthday. It was maybe a little bit better when I was younger, but even then I never got to bring cupcakes or anything to school on my birthday. And, my birthday parties were always like 2-3 weeks in advance or afterwards. There was one year where I threw my birthday on my half birthday in June, which also kind of defeated the purpose because I still wasn't in school then. But, I also end up getting my gifts kind of cut in half. Obviously, as I've gotten older, I probably asked for more expensive gifts than I did when I was a kid. But, it kind of sucks when your love language is gifts that you only get gifts, at the end of the year when other people get, birthday gifts whenever their birthday is far away from Christmas, and then they also get gifts at Christmas time. So that's a little bit annoying. I also kind of have to share my birthday with the rest of the world because it's the holiday season and they're getting gifts around the same time too. So I say that to say that the birthday already wasn't great as it was, and then somebody had to go ahead and ruin it on my 22nd birthday. My ex-boyfriend ghosted me on my birthday last year, and I never saw it coming, believe it or not. That's also kind of why I wanted to tell this story, because I feel like I see so many stories like this on the internet where women are done so dirty by their men, and everyone is in the comments like, how could you possibly not have known that? You had to have seen the signs. You have to have seen something coming. In my case, he was/is an actor. So he deserves like an Emmy, Oscar, whatever for the best performance of devoted boyfriend. Like truly, from both me and all of my peers, all of his peers, like literally would have said nothing other than the fact that he was obsessed with me. So a little bit shocking, but he went off to Broadway and fell off the face of my earth, blocked me on every platform. He removed all of our photo and music albums. He removed his location, kind of just wiped me clean from his life and we never spoke again. At least that is until New Year's Eve, where he specifically unblocked me to send a AI generated text message to officially break up with me, and then reblocked me, and we have not interacted since. I went back to school and he went off to New York, and we live completely separate lives now. And the honest truth is that I am so grateful for that. You think that grateful wouldn't be the word, but just wait until you hear my story. Like, none of what I have today would happen if I was still with that god-awful man. So obviously the first couple of days after that, the first couple weeks, months probably, were definitely miserable. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I have never been that low in my entire life. It's not just because of him though, it's also because not long after, my dad was diagnosed with cancer, and I was also going into the last semester of my senior year, which is already hard, right? You have senioritis and you're trying to make the most of the time you have left with your friends, and, you know, trying to finish strong, all that fun stuff. So that was really frustrating. But then on top of that, I also had a lot on my plate. I had multiple jobs and multiple executive board positions and volunteering and things that I was working towards. And then also I was like slowly spiraling into a existential crisis because I had zero plan post-grad. I was interviewing a lot of different places, getting rejected at a lot of different places, and, you know, I just didn't have a plan. And I am type A. I'm a planner. If you know anything about me, having no plan is not good in this brain, okay? To make a sad story really short, I've had a lot of traumas in my life, and they were kind of at an all-time high, especially like my fear of abandonment and stuff, and self-worth, you know, and I just felt really hopeless. I didn't think that anything was ever going to get any better, and I had no purpose in life, like the whole 9 yards, right? And that was until I started talking to God and also going back to therapy. I've always been Christian. I have also been in therapy for like the better half of a decade, so that wasn't necessarily new to me. But like I said, I had never felt this helpless in my life. I had never felt so alone in my problems. I had never felt, again, like so low. I was at rock bottom. There honestly was just like no other possible solution than him at that point, and I am forever changed because of that. Since then, I finished my senior year with straight A's. I graduated with honors. I was also the undergraduate student speaker as well, which was like a dream, nothing I ever thought would be possible. I met the man of my dreams, which also, shocker, didn't think that I was ever gonna happen again. And I did all of that at the end of my senior year with having been the president of 2 organizations. I had multiple jobs. I was also volunteering. Like, I managed to handle all of that and bring blessings in as well. I helped launch an online well-being course, and then I got to go to Greece with my best friends after graduation. Then I ended up getting a dream job and moving to my dream city in the DMV, and I did all of it completely by myself, mind you. I moved into my dream apartment, and I found a church home, and I made new friends, and I've been able to nurture old and new hobbies, and now I've been like meeting all of my goals on social media, which is crazy. Not to mention, on top of all of that, my dad is now cancer-free. I just got to spend the holidays with my boyfriend's family, and now he's gonna spend it with my family for Christmas. I'm just so excited to go into this next year, and if you would have asked me this around this time last year, I would have like literally told you that it wasn't possible. Like, nothing like this was ever going to happen for me ever again, you know? I mean, nothing like this has ever happened for me, period, but I genuinely thought that that was the end. All of that is due to his favor. That is my testimony. That is my story. And I hope that that means something to you in itself, but I also want to give you some reasons why I feel like this is so important and why this should mean something to you.